Okay, people. Apparently, I didn't learn my lesson last week. Look at this head once again. I just got up out of my nap. I was up all night, but guess what? Meal prep is on the way. I am about to make my breakfast, which will be granola bars. Easy, simple. Okay, let me move the bowl. We have bananas that we're going to put in, dried fruit. I'm using cranberries and apricots. I'm going to add some coconut flakes, cinnamon for taste, okay, whole oats, and I'm thinking I may need some sweetener, so I'm going to use vanilla infused 100% maple syrup. The first thing we're going to have to do is I have 4 bananas here, but based on how wet or dry my mixture is, once I put everything together, I may need to use 3. I'm going to start with 2, the most ripe ones. You want to use ripe bananas. Okay, people, hold on. I do have something else cooking. Hold tight. Got the rice going. I'm cooking my brown rice also, my other meal. But hey, that's my business. Y'all like that? Master builder. I'm building these breakfast bars. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, I'm going to start with the 2 ripest bananas. Put everything else in. Then if it's still a bit dry, I will mash a 3rd banana to get it to the consistency where I want it, because the goal is to have chewy granola bars rather than tough ones, because not all of us have perfect teeth. And right now I'm not willing to show that I'm one of those people, okay? Okay, so I'm going to put you on hold a second. I'm going to go ahead and tend to the bananas, put everything in the bowl, and then I'll come back and show you what we're working with. 2 bananas plus all the other ingredients, okay? We're going to mash the bananas with a potato masher, okay? If you do not have a potato masher, feel free to use a fork, or you could use a knife and just cut it up into chunks the size that you like, because sometimes chunks also helps to retain moisture. That's your business. Do what you choose, but I'm going to use this nifty little potato masher to mash 2 bananas starting with, okay? Be back in a second. Okay, I've mashed the bananas and I wanted to show you what it looks like before I add everything else in. This is actually 2.5 bananas because one of them was a little too ripe, okay? Oh yeah, let me tell y'all something else too. I learned this. Frozen bananas cannot be thawed and still be pretty when you use them. Keep that in mind. Don't ever forget. Them jokers turned black. I'll say black as this letter on this shirt because I was about to say something else, okay? Hold tight. Let me put everything else in, mix it up, and then show you guys again. Hold on. See, everything is in the bowl here. I'm going to take a spatula and mix it up really good. Like I said, that's just, I have to mix it to see how wet or dry it is. Depending on that, I may put the other half of the banana in there. At that time, I will leave a little chunky because I smashed the others really well. Hold tight. See, this is still a little dry to me because it's still too crumbly. I'm going to add the other half of the banana, like I said, and see where we have from there. Okay, let me mash the other banana. Okay, so I ended up putting all 4 bananas in here because I didn't want to just keep a banana and I don't want to freeze it. I already have frozen bananas. So I put all 4 in here, mixed it up. It's still coming together or whatever. I'm going to taste it at this point to see if it's sweet enough for me, okay? Let's see. We can taste the banana. I am going to add a little maple syrup because I'm thinking that I just want to. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna add a little maple syrup. Taste it again. After it, regardless, I'm gonna put some maple syrup in and mix it up. Then I'm gonna put it in this 8x8 baking sheet, which is lined with parchment paper, because once I put it all in here, I'm gonna mash it down, right? And then maybe trim the parchment paper and put it in the oven. 15, 20 minutes or so. I got the oven already preheated at 375 in case I didn't mention that. Let me put the vanilla in. I'm going to put it in the pan. I'll be back to show you. Okay, I have mixed it. See, it's no longer crumbly. This is what I want. It's your choice to leave it a little less wet if you so choose. But me personally, I want mine a little bit wet because I want these oats to feel kind of like they have something to absorb to, you know, in the cooking process to make them soft but still with a little bite. Now I'm going to put it, like I said, in this parchment lined 8x8 baking sheet, and when I get that ready, I'll be back. Hold tight. Okay, it's in the pan. Can you see it? I'm going to mash it down. I put gloves on because some of the best kitchen tools you can have are your hands. So I got it in here, and we're going to mash it down evenly. Try to get in those corners good so you won't have no dry, crunchy crusties. Y'all know I know about that, right? Okay, we're going to mash it down in here really good, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to trim the paper on this because it's working my nerves. I do not like that. So I'm just going to keep enough in here so when it get after the bake process, all I'll have to do is just snatch up one of the corners rather than rustle the paper. Oh yeah. Anything's gonna be good, bro. Oh yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut the edges off the paper. I'm gonna trim this down some. I'm gonna put it into the preheated 375 degrees. 15, 20 minutes. And then we'll be out. We'll let them cool. And then we'll cut them up. We got breakfast bars. Granola breakfast bars. Trimmed, okay? Into the oven. Now, what I will tell you with this recipe is so easy. I'm using what I have on hand. But if you're going to go to the market and try to mimic this recipe, you can use like chocolate chips, peanut butter chips, or something like that. Your favorite dried fruit or whatever. It's up to you. Like I said, this pantry reset is happening slowly but surely, 1 week at a time, but it's happening. This week, 0 items from the store. I'm super, super proud of me. Into the oven. Toodles. I'll be back to show you after 20 minutes or whenever I'm finished baking it and tell you exactly how much time. Wait a few minutes. The timer just went off 20 minutes. Let me check it out. Okay. Wish me luck. 20 minutes is where I'm going to leave it. Let me get this cooling rack out because it's not good to leave it flat like this because it'll steam up at the bottom, which will make it wet. But with a cooling rack, it's give a space between the hot surface and what it's sitting on. That way it can breathe. No moisture. Okay, let me show y'all what it's looking like. I don't think I'm going to continue recording. See how beautiful those granola bars are? I'm going to try to make either 8 or 9. I may cut it 4 times and then once in half. I may cut it 2 times. Tic-tac-toe need joints. But first, let them cool. Okay. You people are free to try this recipe. Let me know what you think. Also, if I may have left out some information that you need, ask questions. I'll be happy to answer at any cost. Today has been a great day. I've had lots of lessons learned today. I cleaned out my pantry today, and now I'm going to prepare myself for my meal prep. I don't know if it's going to be lunch or dinner. Later, guys.